I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Welcome everybody, and today we are on January 22nd. Just want to hear from everyone on the chat. Come join us, say hi, let us know where you're joining us from, and what are you looking for? Let's use the chat and let's get very productive in our networking as well. So let's get started. This Deal Makers Live is brought to you by Real Estate IQ, and our core product is the off-market distressed seller leads, where we mine the freshest data straight from the sources, and we will skip trace them as well, so you can do easy outreach on these leads. And along with that, we have also other complementary products that really help you grow your real estate investment business. This is what our website looks like. I want to highly encourage you to scan this QR code. If you are watching from mobile phone, what I learned just recently is you can take a screenshot of this and then press and hold the QR code, and it will take you to the website. I never knew that. Maybe you already know it, but I thought that's a cool tip for me at least. So we have kind of new information where we're updating on a regular basis, where you can see the market updates and also any breaking news that affects the real estate investment world. You're gonna see all that here on the homepage. So take a look and visit, come back and revisit this, because this gets updated on a regular basis. For example, the distressed seller leads, we're seeing that it has been up 17% year over year. That's a great news if you're actively doing outreach and actively acquiring deals. We're gonna skip our success stories. I think if you were watching our trailer videos, you would probably have seen some of these. But basically, motivated seller leads, right? Distressed seller leads is kind of the beginning of your investment business. You need the deals, and what better way it is to directly reach out to these leads. You can obviously acquire the deals from the wholesalers and kind of play by their rules in terms of acquiring the deals. When you are directly negotiating with the seller, you tend to have a little more kind of negotiation power and leverage, right? Especially when you have control of your marketing pipeline. Cool. So lots of success stories. And this event is mainly for educational purposes only, as with most of all our classes as well. So we don't offer investment, financial, legal advice. This is really for your information and your education purposes, right? We're all trying to learn and upgrade ourselves so we can do more profitable deals and become a better person. And if you're got a lead and you want to close a deal, we can be very creative in helping you finalizing the deal with the seller. So you can submit it to me, and I will either personally help you, or I'll direct you to one of our mentors to help you close that deal. Let's get the deal closed. And it's January. I was just sick earlier this week, and we have Tamla and Randy. They have a medical procedure, so we pray for their successful procedure. And John's not feeling well today, but we still have a fantastic preparation and content here for you. So this is our agenda. We're gonna go over market updates and case studies. We have some really awesome updates I got from Tamla on a couple of these rental deals that we have in the portfolio, and a couple of additional kind of updates as well. Okay, so market update. And you can see that we have added QR codes in these slides. And so if you want to, for example, here you want to have kind of direct access to our newsletter, our weekly newsletter. John has been very awesome with putting together really awesome weekly market updates. And I think if you are a technical person, you want to look at numbers and see how things are going, this is a really awesome weekly newsletter for you to access. You just need to scan this QR code and you'll be able to access this on a weekly basis. Now, let me kind of give you a couple of quick updates, right? This is just a glimpse of his 7-8 page weekly newsletter. And like I said, if you like looking at numbers and analysis, it's a very thorough, very insightful report. So rates are still high, but as we spoke about this last week, it has gone down to a little bit over 6%. So we're expecting in 2026 mortgage rate to hover between 6 and 6.4%. And while it's still high compared to the COVID years, it's much lower than what we had 2-3 years ago. And again, we always say that 6-7% historically is still relatively low from a historical mortgage rate standpoint. That shouldn't, the rate it is today shouldn't stop you from actively doing the deals. In fact, as the rate drop, we are seeing a refi application going up, right? Mortgage applications are going up. So we're monitoring the mortgage rate very closely because it directly affects the amount of credit and kind of the buying and demand for the housing market. And from a distress and foreclosure standpoint, we are seeing the volume has gone up 27% from 2 years ago. And in December of last year, basically just last month, we saw 45,000 properties with foreclosure filings, and that's up a whopping 57% year over year. That's a significant increase in terms of foreclosure filings. And anecdotally, with the leads I've been reaching out to, and again, this is not a full picture, but with the folks to motivate the distressed sellers I've been talking to, quite a lot of them they don't have a lot of equity on the house, and they're up for foreclosure. They don't have a lot of equity, and I see a lot of kind of sub-2 opportunities now. I don't see a lot of kind of high equity situation. Now we're able to acquire houses with high equity in the more kind of rural area when it's not a big urban area. Tamla was just sharing with me that if you're talking to owners, distressed owners that have purchased like a new house, a couple years ago, first of all, there's not much equity, and a lot of times they're even competing with the new builds that the new builders are still putting up in the new subdivisions, and so it's a case where it's ripe for a sub-2 acquisition. And possibly a wrap, possibly turn that into a rental. And the outlook for housing, right, for 2026 is that we are kind of staring at the migration patterns amongst regions, and there are winner and laggard states. If you're curious what they are, let me just kind of maybe use this as a little bit of a cliffhanger. If you're curious what these winners and laggard states are, shoot me an email, or you can scan this QR code and just reach out to us. We can send those lists to you. And it depends on what your strategy is. If you're investing in your home state, you obviously want to know if you're in the winner state or the laggard state. If you are investing on a national basis, right, you want to probably focus a little more on the ones that are growing. A couple of deals updates, like I said. So let me share with you some bad news first, and then some good news. We shared this Palestine deal, I think, in December. We got under contract, and everything looked great, as you see in the inside of the interior of this deal, of this property. It has already been updated quite a bit, and we're expecting under $15,000 of repair budget. We were fortunate to put it under contract for $80,000, and the ARV is 160. So looks like a really good deal, with a big spread. And we're also expecting the rent to be $1,600. The bad news is after talking to 5 different lenders and jumping through the hoop, we were not able to get financing for this deal for hard money. And so we ended up terminating the contract, and we lost the deal, due to funding. And I wanted to share with you guys that because we promised in this session is that we don't just want to share with you all the things that are going well. We want to share with you the things that aren't going well either. So I want to kind of lead with the bad news, or there's a lot of leads that we are working with that somehow fizzle out. And so it's not like every lead that we discuss in our case study we end up closing. And in this case, it's not like every deal that we got under contract we end up closing as well. And some of you may remember this deal. This house is in Brazos. We basically purchased this unit as a rental. It was a 4x2, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And Tama has a genius idea based on the layout is to divide it up into 2 units. Separated, right? One is kind of the main house, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and then another one 1x1. And we acquired the property. We put the 3x2, the main house, on the market for rental, and that got leased. That got rented pretty quickly. And the 1x1 required a little more upgrade and conditioning. Interior improvement to get it ready. And so this was one of the progress photos of this 1x1 unit. And I actually went in the site and I saw it. It has its own backyard, right? Its own access. And it has the kitchen's a little bit small, but the bedroom is huge. And the living space is pretty decent too. So it's a really nice 1x1. And this is kind of where we are now. So we purchased it at the purchase price, $149, and we were able to acquire this property at a favorable term because the owner was willing to finance it. We later found that the property has some plumbing issues and all that we are continually maintaining too. So there's I guess you always kind of take on a little bit of a risk when you purchase a property, as long as we have the ability to take care of it, it's all good. So we put down a down payment, $7,500, and the rest is owner finance. And we basically, when we leased the main house, the 3x1 main house, it was enough to pay off or to service the owner finance note. Right, and now with the 1x1 unit being leased, the property is roughly cash flowing $850 a month. So from a kind of rental index standpoint, right, we're looking at really good, right? We're getting a monthly income of $2,350, right, almost $2,400 for a purchase price of $150,000. So what's it's way above 1%. So for rental, we always we always want to rent for more than 1%. So divide by 149. So we're looking at 1.57% in terms of the rental ratio, and that's just really, really awesome, fantastic, for this kind of a purchase price. With this kind of cash flow. So we're pretty happy about the progress so far. And then the other unit that got leased is this one. We purchased this one in Nolens in Mahia. This was April of last year. And our hard money, we got financing for it. the monthly interest is $825. And the project actually got delayed quite a bit. It was a 6-month project, and we had to extend the loan. And as you can see here, we purchased at 66, a rehab 24. So all in is about 90,000. The after repair value, we were expecting 140,000 based on the comps. And at the time, we were expecting the rent to be, $1,400, $1,500, which is more than 1%. And that makes it a good rental property. And we just got word that it's leased now from our property manager, a little bit higher than we expected. This is a shorter term rent for the moment, but really good. Kind of if you look at the hard money interest, we're cash flowing quite well. Now that said, this funding needs to be refinanced to a 30-year DSCR loan, and so the payment is probably going to be higher. Right now, this is an interest-only payment for a short-term hard money loan. But we got more than 1%, so we're feeling pretty good about this project and where it's going to. Oh, okay. Another one I didn't have a slide prepared for is we have purchased. When was this? And I'll have a slide for next week. In Mahia, Texas, it was a property that also has an apartment unit. So we decided to turn the single house into 2 units. I think it was also a 4x2, so we divided into 2 units. And then the apartment has upstairs and downstairs, and that's 2 units. So that's 4 units total. And there is also a mobile home that we intend to turn it into potentially a rental unit, or use the space where the mobile home is to build a multifamily unit there. Mahia, my understanding is that they got some good job growth that's happening this year. So there's demand for housing, and these units are expecting to be done in about 1 month. So we'll keep everybody updated on that particular unit. And I don't have the numbers here, so maybe instead of just kind of talking about it, we'll put the numbers and we'll share about it in next week or 2, or in 1 month when we get everything ready. So if you have questions or comments on what all this means, or what you thought are on these deals, feel free to share your thoughts here. Okay, let's move on. So all of this is possible because of our funding partner Randy. He was able to get funding for us on these deals, and depending on where the property is, you can potentially get 100% financing in funding your projects. So Randy's a great guy. He has funded all our deals, and so reach out to him, or you can scan that QR code to get the conversation started. So our feature deals, these are our deals right now. We have quite a few properties that are for buy and hold, and if you're into fix and flip projects, and also land, these are all the ones that we have. And then we kind of share this as well. There are some notes that are for sale. If you want to actually actively do deals, right? And I think this accelerator program is really good for someone who has gone through a coaching program or a training program, but you need that one-on-one. And I personally found that it's kind of hard to figure it out all by myself. It's so much easier with a guide who has already done it. And then you can just move really fast. So, consider that, think about it. If you really want to kind of take real estate investment seriously, we can have a conversation and kind of share with you what this program is about. But, in short, it's just designed for you to get your deals, get more deals. So the track record is we're acquired 12 doors and cash flowing, and we feel really good about this program and what it can bring to our community. Okay, Real Estate IQ has extended their special here, and so for those that are interested in the distressed leads, right? Like we were saying, we're seeing what, a 47 or 57% increase in the distressed seller leads. So there's a lot of opportunity out there, and if you are looking into acquiring for either wholesale, or you can even acquire like what we're doing is to build up a portfolio. This is a really great place to get started. Okay, that's another QR code. We leave this up every week because we want to encourage you to share your deals, right? Because really you need to put this into practice in order to learn how to do the deals. And for your convenience, right, this is our formula. This is a offer formula. You take the after repair value, you multiply by 70% and subtracting all the repair and holding cost, and that would be the most you would offer. And so if you have found some deals, right, run your due diligence. In fact, I probably got a list of 3-4 properties right now that we need to do some underwriting for and put in an offer. So if you got a lead, you can either share that or share what your analysis is, and we can help you make sure that you are putting in the right offer. So I think that's all we have today. We don't have a full forum with other speakers, and so these are all the updates we have since last week. Okay, so there are some new classes that we have created, and we thought this would be really awesome to share with you. First one is on how to find discounted houses, right? Distressed houses. If you want discounted houses, you want distress. So it's essentially how you can find distressed houses. And the pre-foreclosure gold mine is always a kind of one of our most popular classes. So we teach you how you can dig gold in this gold mine. This is also a new class, 6 ways of making money and building wealth. So we will talk about the common ways you can make money with real estate investment, but also kind of a little more advanced on the wealth building strategies and techniques that you can employ. This is a new class, and we also thought that you would really enjoy all the wealth building techniques here. Okay, so you can scan this QR code to access these classes. And then we also have another new class, Foreclosure Secrets. And here we're really talking about what it takes and all the tips that you need, everything that you need to prepare in order to go into the foreclosure auction and start bidding. And so you can certainly go into the foreclosure auction, without the preparation, and just kind of see how people are doing the deals, and just kind of join as a tourist. But in order to really participate, well, you need to really prepare. There's a lot of work that goes into the preparation leading up to that foreclosure auction. So this is the class that really gets you prepared for that. And then finally, right, we have these live classes, right? This is this class or this live stream, Dealmakers Live. And then we have the office hours. This is where you can join the Zoom meeting. And if you have personal deals, you can pitch it there. You can ask for feedback on the deals. You can get my personal time and feedback on where you are and all that, and at the very least get to know each other. So we have a lot of folks taking advantage of the office hours and also kind of using it to kind of prepare their deals too. And then finally we have our Friday open house, and the intention of this open house is just share with you how we intend to disrupt the real estate investment community. And with that, we are ending early and hope to see you again next week. We'll have new deals update, new content, and everything to share with you. So don't miss this, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, everybody.
I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.